Hey everyone, it's Dave again. Little update here on my last video, which I had this engine mounted on my David Bradley Super Deluxe 3, and it was up and running. But since then, I did a little cleanup on it, got her painted a little bit, redid the rims, which makes it look 150% better. And this was the hood that, going back a couple of videos, it was totally smashed up and bent. Done a little work on that, and was destined to be on my yard art, but ended up turning out good enough that I figured I'd paint her gold and put it on here, which is the appropriate color um, for this model. But I believe the rims on these were like a baby blue, and I think they look a lot better with the green ones. But I'll get you a little closer look here. And I painted my David Bradley letters green to match the rims as well, which is the way they were on the red hoods. And I know I mentioned before this isn't an original engine, but these Tecumseh 5 horses are one of the few that'll actually fit underneath these hoods. Well, maybe not one of the few, maybe just about the only ones other than the originals. But this particular tractor was missing this reverse mechanism down here, which consists of two pulleys and an idler wheel. And fortunately for me, in one of the deals I made on a different tractor, I got some random parts. And that arm right there with the two pulleys and this friction wheel that rides on this belt to turn this belt the other direction for reverse, I actually had that piece. Now the rest of it was a rod, and now it's just threaded rod with a knob to activate the reverse. That was easy to get at Tractor Supply, and maybe someday I'll do something a little nicer than the threaded rod, but at this point it was about getting her going and seeing if the thing would back up. A lot of the models didn't have reverse, and of the 20 or so tractors that I have, I think I have 9 or 10 that do have reverse, and it's very handy for a lot of different things, especially snow plowing. So I'm gonna try to fire it up and give you a little demonstration of running and backing up. See what happens. Okay, well, it backs up nicely now with just a touch of your thumb. For somebody that hasn't run one of these before, that probably doesn't seem like much, but if you have wheel weights on this thing, tire chains, and I also fill up my tires with like 5.5 gallons of pink antifreeze, which someday I'm going to make a video of loading tires. And when you're set up like that and you're plowing snow, you shove that thing up against a bank without reverse, you have to pull it back. And I'm a pretty rugged guy, and I'll tell you what, that'll tire you out. It'll darn sure make you know that you did something when you wake up tomorrow morning and you've pulled this thing backwards 50, 75 times from the snow pile. But all in all, this like I said was the crashed up hood. It still shows up a little bit different places, but this is a 1955 Super Deluxe 3 David Bradley. It's not a 1957 Chevy, so I had to tell myself, well, it's good enough, that'll work. And other than myself, probably nobody else cares what it looks like. All of my tractors are pretty much in use, plowing my driveway or working in the garden. I haven't taken any of them to shows. This is as close as I've gotten to a show as far as that goes. But a lot of them have my original engines on them, but I have quite a few original engines in my garage under the bench, and as time permits, I will probably put them back on. But these 5-horse Tecumseh engines, I've had these tractors piled 18 inches deep in snow on top of the hoods and come out in like 2 pulls. Those 5-horse Tecumsehs really do start well, and they fit under the hood and so forth, so I use them. And some of my original engines, they start really well too, but some of them also can give you some fits, and that's not what you need on a cold, snowy day. All right, well, thanks for watching, and I'm sure I'll have some more videos coming. Catch you later.